Welcome back to another episode of Fact or Freestyle,
where we uncover facts from BMX.
And now we're going to find out what's going on.
Let's see how far down this rabbit hole we go.
Dave Nori, is that you?
Yeah, what? You always have the best backgrounds, Ray. I love that you put so much attention to that.
Yeah, this one's the one I'm going to keep for the rest of my life, and it's the greatest one ever. It's you trick riding with a bunch of priests.
But I don't think I touched on that trick.
You're not. That's why this is before the priest became bad. I'm looking at you. I view you as a good priest.
Did you see Woody's reaction when you said that?
when he says my name twice because he doesn't know what to say, he goes, Ray. Oh, Ray. It's
it's so good.
It's
and
really
the funniest
funny.
part was that I didn't get it. So I'm just like, it looks like I'm in character, but I'm just being myself. Doesn't it?
Character. It's funny. It's a funny moment. It was a funny moment.
Yeah, I watched the moment. I'm like, it looks as if I'm in character. Like I was like being dumb. Like, oh God, I have to listen back. I was being such a dork about it, but it was just who I am. Oh,
it was funny.
That is a trick though that I really want to do again. It's the bar hop.
You're doing something. You're doing something.
That's at the old school. That's like one of the first years. Cool.
Did you see that you got $10 already towards your tour?
Yeah, I thanked you. Did you see? I sent a little message to you. Did you get that?
No, I didn't. No, but I'm so excited that I put $10 in. It's actually $11.50 because they charge you $1.50. Those bastards.
That's crazy. Well,
so now I'm $11.50 in the hole until I start seeing some tricks.
Right, but the feeling of supporting something, doesn't that have some value? You know,
it's spectacular. You know,
so we only need $490,090 now.
That's what I was thinking when I put my $10 in. I thought that exact phrase in my head.
You're like, okay, this is doable. I only need $490,090.
Yeah, I don't see your fern plant in the back anymore. Where's your fern plant?
I don't know. Paul moved it. I got to put another shelf. I got all this crap just building up. This is all my old. I have to go through this box of pictures because I got to find. So look at this picture. You see that?
Yeah. That's
there's a huge crowd. This is in
Rockville,
France, and that's Wilkerson doing a surfer. And then here's a classic one: the three of us all doing ground tricks.
Look at that.
So I'm going to send some of
these into a cherry picker.
Yeah, so he would lay the bike down and step into it.
Oh, that's the way to do it. That's the way a ramp rider gets into it.
Exactly. Or maybe he'd do I can't remember if he laid it down or a pedal stall. Oh, this is the best picture ever. Can you see everything that's going on there?
I see you're doing someone's doing like the slide.
Yep, Wilkerson and I are both doing the slider, and then look over there in the corner. It's Blyther about to blast the first air of the show.
Wow.
And look at how it says drugs and it says drugs right there. It's really bold.
Drugs. Damn.
So these are some of my highlights. There's more, but I'm going to send him to Eaton so he can do a little video. Where's the rest?
He loves to get involved. No one's interested in this, Dave, except you and I.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, like
I'm really only interested in it because I like being on here picking on you. That's it. You know what I mean? The rest of it, I'm just like,
whether or not there's a tour or not, that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I mean, if like the tour's there and shows up, I'm totally happy. But the whole like work that's got to get put into it doesn't interest me at all. Just because I don't think I can help much. I like to show up at the party. I don't like to do all the work. You know, that's how my whole life's been.
Yeah.
I like to just show up after everybody does all the hard work, and then that's where I really shine. You know, because then when people remember the big event, they're just like, "Hey, man, Ray was there." You know, and they don't think of all this work it took all the other people.
Right.
You know, that's how the
Yeah,
global elite media, Air Force, or whatever Joe talks about, you know, jump started my freestyle career back in the day. While Rich Segar had to go work at Taco Bell.
And just so you know, Rich Segar did go on tour in '86. He went on with
He was on the Rad tour with Blyther. Remember that?
yeah, that's right.
But that
Yeah,
was
that's
80.
right.
That might have been 80. That was like the winter of '85 or something, or I forget when. I remember when Rich was on Murray. Remember when he was on Murray for a week and a half?
Yeah, we met him on we ran into him in Myrtle Beach. And
Who was he on tour with?
Murray.
Him and who else?
I don't
No,
remember
but I mean,
the
who?
other rider.
What other rocketers? Probably John Peterson and Ice Money.
I don't remember who it was. I can't believe no one else is on the call. Did they get
You
the time
guys?
off?
You guys should. No, they don't care. You should get John Peterson to fill in for you guys again, so everyone could have the same experience I did back in '85. You know, if Wilkerson gets a flat or Blyther gets a flat, you can have John Peterson do a 1.5 foot air on a cruiser or a foot plant under vert to get the crowd going.
Yeah,
This is unlike Joe.
He used to do warm up for us too. Like sometimes.
Oh, I know. I saw it.
You saw.
I was devastated. You know, we rode our bikes 19 miles in the heat to see a Haro show, and we saw Peterson do a couple foot plants on a cruiser, not wearing a uniform. I mean, come on, that's false advertising. You know.
I got to text some people because I thought Brian was coming and Mark and Joe.
Well, he's probably sweeping the concrete, and Angie's measuring out the floor for the yoga studio she's going to put in there in about another year. The yoga studio / juice bar. Joe will be outside chopping wood to keep the fireplace going.
Okay, I'm gonna text these guys, see what the story is.
I know what the story is. It's called lack of interest, man. You know what it is? It's lack of interest and support for you, Dave. Remember who's here for you right now. Remember this. Write this down. Ray Schlettweg.
I don't need to write that down. I write lots of things down. I don't need to write that down. The most important thing I'm trying to get done on this call is that Mark has what he needs to do the video for the show. I mean, for the old school.
Well, we're 7 minutes past 3.
I know.
And nobody cares about you anymore, dude. You know what I mean? Except me. You know.
Damn. That means so much.
Damn is right. Yeah.
You're the only one that donated.
Yep. Oh my God. I donated. So far, this whole tour is more mine than anybody's.
Yeah, this is the Ray Schlettweg tour right now. This is really.
I'm going to start my own tour to try and out-tour you guys. I'm going to start the Large Ray Never Been on Tour. Write that down. Ray Never Been on Tour. Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
There's Mark Eaton.
Ray's on the call.
Yeah. Mark, Mark said, Ray, whatever you do on Saturday, make sure you're on the call because we need you desperately.
Yeah, I was like,
We
we
need your
really
input.
need Ray's input. What is very vital to this whole operation.
Well, I apparently right now I am because I'm the only person that donated for their GoFundMe. So right now this tour is mine. This tour is currently mine.
First thing, that $500 number is crazy looking.
Mark, we can't hear you.
Yeah, what kind of?
You
What are you
can't.
pointing at? Now your Wi-Fi's bad. You're breaking up. You think Lung Mustard at this day and age would have a little Wi-Fi going on? He's got a fresh V-neck on.
Wait,
I'll
did
tell
you not? Did you not hear me? Did you not hear me?
Yeah, it's
You're
cutting
doing
out.
like the fake moon landing talk. It's breaking in and out.
Okay. Try this. Is that any better?
Click off a Wi-Fi. Use some data. Use your data or data. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Norrie's back on the call. If you've ever known,
Could be the. Audio.
Your video is fine. Your audio is breaking up.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Making Dave very nervous. I know that.
I'm
worried about me, and now you're making Dave nervous.
Yeah, especially when I see all those priests on bikes next to
I
me.
know. Not next to you, with you. You are one of them.
Why here we? This is why. Is it good?
Is it good?
Nope, nope, you're still cutting out. That's a deep V-neck too. Look at that. That's quite the V-neck.
Shit.
Dave, do you own a V-neck T-shirt? You don't look like a V-neck kind of guy.
Saturday V. It's just a Saturday.
Saturday. That's the last one in the drawer V-neck. That was like the last one. That's the I'm not going anywhere today. V-neck.
Yeah, I don't think I own any, Ray.
No, a lot of people don't. Just old people do.
Do you have V-necks?
I do not. I would not rock the V-neck.
It's when you
So
have
we're gonna
gold
just-
chains to show the bling.
Yeah, his chains are a lot lower.
So that nothing.
Hey, why don't you leave and come back? Maybe that. Just a second. Hold on, Ray.
I ain't going nowhere.
Oh my gosh. That's the biggest smile ever. Okay, Ray. So the name of your tour, I think, is Back for More because we didn't do it before.
My tour? No.
Yeah,
no.
Back for
My-
More because
my
I didn't
tour
do
is on Large Array on tour. Never been on tour. And then we'll get people to sponsor it that have tartar and tutus and V-necks.
Testing 1, 2. Where the heck is Joe?
Joe,
No.
listen, Joe
How
doesn't
about
Joe doesn't care anymore.
He
Mark's
says,
got a bad connection.
give me. Oh, he needs 10 minutes. He just got his clip.
Clip. He's still riding bikes, man.
One, two, now
Wow, Ray, I can't believe your audio's so bad, Mark.
it makes no sense. It makes 0 sense. It makes
Why don't you try going earbuds? Do you have earbuds? Why don't you go earbuds?
yeah, that's
Oh,
where
they're
I'm
in.
at. That's where I'm at.
How about does anything else have a microphone? Or you're on a laptop, right? Or a phone?
Yeah, I'm on the computer. So what I
All right. Does it have a
right.
have a mic? Just take that off.
Camera.
Take the mic off.
camera knows.
Your earbuds are busted.
Now he's got to figure out how to get the computer.
That's what happens when you get them off-brand things off the interweb at night when
Yeah.
you're watching MASH reruns. You can't buy that stuff.
Is it still bad? 1, 2, 3. Is it still bad?
Yep.
What's happening?
Yeah,
Is it?
it's still messed up. You still have an earbud in, that's why.
I mean, trying to. I'm trying.
Let's get you in the right state of mind. All right, it's 8 minutes before your DJ set, and you're throwing butter.
And
There we go. Hit the right
Uh,
buttons.
How about
DJ Marshmallow and
check 1, 2?
DJ Marshmallow and Paris Hilton are watching your set. Two
Look
of
at
your biggest
this.
influences.
Okay, let me
And
try
Ice
these
Money.
backup buds. Let me try backup
Yeah.
buds.
Wait.
There you go.
We got backup buds over
No,
here.
I think you're okay
You're
now,
on.
Mark.
You're good now. You're
Oh, you
good
are?
now. Yep, it connected.
Okay.
There we go.
Check
Woo!
1.
God, that was
Yeah,
making me
I was-
nervous. I was pulling my hair out.
Yeah,
Don't worry
me
about it.
too.
All right, well,
Brian?
we're done, Mark. We're done.
Okay.
You're finished.
All right. So I'm gonna say right off the bat, that $500,000 number looks ridiculous, and I don't know what to do about it. But
Well, what do you mean you don't know what to
everybody
do
that
about
looks-
it?
Everybody looks because that's the money you need to raise, that we need to raise. But honestly, when people see that number, they're gonna laugh. It's like for example, if it wasn't us posting it and someone else posted it, Ray would be calling me Monday morning going, "Did you see that shit?"
Yeah, no, I had similar feelings, and so we could just break it into like per show.
I think in phases. I think it should be phases or show, because I think it's just so crazy. It looks so unreachable
Yeah.
to me.
It's not public,
It looks-
just so you know, Mark.
Yeah,
we
I'm just-
we haven't
Yeah,
shared.
I'm just
looks-
giving the optics of it, you know.
Yeah.
It looks very 2022 is what it looks.
Should we just
Right. It looks
Hello, Brian.
spot on to me.
Yeah,
Uh,
but like, you know, it's a sticker shock, and a sticker shock, like, it's a weird thing because sticker shock will turn people off. Like what are they thinking?
what do you think
know what I
about
mean?
100,000? Is 100,000 going to be the same thing?
I think 100,000 makes more sense, but I think we have to figure out how to or actually not even 100,000, like 94,000.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like some weird number that obviously looks like we got to it through. Hey, Brian.
You guys doing?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Through calculated
Yeah.
budgeting, right, Mark?
Well, it's just yeah. I mean, it looks like it's kind of like when you do any budgeting, you and the thing is, maybe there is a way to kind of itemize what that's going for. You know, what's entailed in there, so people don't just think it's like. The biggest thing is you just don't want it to look like a big money grab. That's all, you know.
Yeah.
So, and that's what a big number like that will do. you know?
Brian, just to bring you up to speed, we're talking about the GoFundMe, which Joe just started, and he just put an arbitrary number of 500,000. So Mark is just saying that just looks ridiculous, and it's just too much of a sticker shock. So we're trying to maybe do it in
Gotcha.
phases, like 5 phases. And
Gotcha.
even at 500,000, like, okay, so what do we think the tickets should be? So maybe they should be 65 instead of 43, or I don't know. Does anyone have ideas on what a real good point for the price point for the ticket could be?
I mean, it almost like 75 almost seems like doable, because I think that we're throw in a couple other things. Ray, what are your thoughts on that?
Does the GoFundMe, is it going to explain you're going to see a show and then go to a party?
Yeah, it'll
Okay,
be a
yeah.
whole breakdown.
Yeah, $75 then. I mean, if you have $75 and you get to go to the show, and then after the show you get to go have a party with all your friends and then all the people in the show, $75 is simple.
Yeah,
That's an easy
it's kinda
price to pay for a whole day event, you know.
So Mark, interesting, the numbers that if we say an average, I know we were shooting on a low number for ticket sales, 200 per show. I know that's low, but 1,200 total for 6 shows. If it was $75, it would be 90,000. So if we put the budget at 94.
Well, I'm just saying, like, so here's a thought. So The reason why, so obviously I think there should, when I said like phases, like there should be a phase of, what's it going to actually, like, what's the bare minimum to get this thing going? Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like what, cause there needs to be some money just to get like, whatever, just get the venues, get the plane tickets, get like, what's the bare, what gets
That's
you
about
there,
what it is. It's about 90,000 because that's 15,000 per show. And that's with plane ticket. I mean, we roughly did the numbers, but that's with plane tickets, hotels, not a huge party, but some money for a party. And then Ray's, Ray's got he's got a long to-do list that we have to do for Ray, but that's, so, okay. So let's just move on because I think that's important. So we could maybe talk to Joe when Joe comes on and say, if we can break it into phases, hit the 94 mark, 75 a ticket. Hey, Brian, do you know when Mike Buff sold those packages, which was like a t-shirt and a bunch of pictures and some stickers in this cool little box? Do you remember when he did that last year or a year before last?
Yeah, that's been a couple years. So I don't think it was last year, but I bet you, I don't know. I don't know if it was 19, 20 or 21, but yeah, it's been.
Do you remember how much he sold it for?
I don't. I mean, I guess off the top of my head it was $200, but that doesn't sound, I don't know if that's right or not.
Yeah, I was thinking, because I was talking to Mark about it, I thought it was like $100, but maybe it was as much as $200. I think he did really well with it though. Like he promoted it and he put it on a website. He said they're going to be available at this time. And then he sold out like within hours, I think.
What did he sell?
He's pretty good at that stuff. He's actually a pretty good marketer.
Yeah. I
don't know if we should reach out to him or not, but he's been doing it a bit and he's pretty good at it.
Yeah, and his daughter's helping.
Him
a lot.
Yeah.
So maybe at the old school, I'll talk to him. So what he sold, Ray, was a package. It was like a Mike Buff package, and it had just some old classic photos, and it had a T-shirt, some stickers, and it came in a really cool box, and that was it. $200 or whatever it was, 100 bucks. So Mark was saying something about an added. So if someone signs up, because we're way in the future, we want to be able to give them something to get them like excited about it.
Yeah.
I know like Bill Batcher does those posters. I know we could probably do a handful of pretty awesome pictures and sell those as well right now.
Yeah. They could all be like sort of fundraising things too. Like you could like literally promote them as fundraisers too. Think about that, because people will be like, oh, towards this cause,
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
yeah,
and then you can bring that to the show
exactly
and have them signed, or something,
and have them signed, and that's kind of what it's all about, and have them there to sell as well at the show. But I think fundraising is a great idea ahead of time because we could generate, a fair amount of money. I think if we could sell, and it would give a sense too of how many people are really willing to chip in and buy something.
Yeah.
Do you guys thought about making a Facebook page or Instagram account to have this on?
Well, Mark was saying a website, but
I said.
But what about a Facebook page?
Yeah,
like a Facebook page. Yeah, could get, because then once you share it with a bunch of people, you know what I mean? Like
definitely a Facebook page.
Because all those nitwits, like all the people that would be into seeing the show, they're all on Facebook. They're all older dudes, you know what I mean, that are on Facebook most likely. So that'd be an easy one.
Mark, could we get away with just using Facebook and Instagram and not have a website?
You could. The website thing isn't that hard, isn't that complicated or expensive.
Yeah. Okay.
And maybe I will get Joe's input on it, but I just feel like it's a little more legit, like to have what's the official title. So it's literally, when I say website, it's just a landing page.
Yeah,
that's the information. It's the name of the tour. It's a QR. It's just all the info, and it's real easy to go say, whatever. backformore24.com. It's that, and obviously on that page, there's the links to Facebook. There's an Instagram,
and the GoFundMe and all that.
It's just all there. It's just it's literally a landing page, and it's simple. It's a simple thing.
Okay.
And it's simple and cheap to do.
Okay, so Brian, did you get everything done that you needed to get done for the tour?
Uniforms. I'm still working on uniforms. It looks like you have your shirt. I have my shirt. I'm still looking for a shirt for Ron. You got leathers or you don't have leathers?
I thought I had leathers. Didn't I have leathers?
You have leathers too. Helmets are. I'm trying to work on helmets. You still have your old helmet from the '09 show?
No, I don't know what I
Not-
did.
All right, so we'll have to get new helmets. So I'm still playing around.
Okay.
Brian, are you gonna have a red full face helmet?
That would be nice, actually. Find a Bell Moto 3 out there.
Yeah.
So, okay, let me just go over what else we are thinking about covering today. So Ron is camping, but we can bring him up to speed. But Brian, what we're thinking about doing a little at Old School, we'll do almost like a presentation. So we have the video, we have stickers. I was going to talk to Xavier and John Paul about putting the stickers maybe in the package when you sign up. You know how you get all the different goodies.
Possibility.
So that would be kind of cool. And then obviously we can do a little sticker toss, but the presentation would consist of us going up there and saying, hey, we've got something that we want to share with you. And Mark was kind of making a point that it's almost like, even though we posted little teasers on Instagram and social media, but it's almost like they're getting a little bit of an insight on it. So it's not like, I don't know, just like they feel like this is an opportunity for them to get in on it. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, not everybody that's there would have seen it, I'm sure. I mean, a big
Right.
majority of people would be hearing it for the first time.
Yeah. And then kind of presenting it as that. So it's almost like we're rolling it out. We're very clear in our conviction, like we're doing this. So we're going to talk about, hey, we're really excited. We've got something planned for you guys. We're excited to share this with you. Here, roll the clip. Then we're going to roll this little promo. And Mark's idea behind the promo is taking some old photos, which I'm going to show a couple right now, Mark, just because I think you can get an idea of some of the ones that I really like. I'm going to show 3. Okay. So like this one is kind of classic because it's all of us doing ground tricks.
Yeah.
Okay. This is
Gotcha.
just one of our times that we got together and party, but this is later, obviously, in life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually at Woodward.
Yeah, that's at Woodward, like one of the first couple of years. This one is just a classic double air shot.
Yep. Yep.
This one is Wilkerson when he was just being, oh wait, it's this way. He's actually on this curvaire. He's on this curvaire at this cafeteria in France. And Brian, can you see that?
Is it
I'm
the bottom
trying
picture? Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
See how he's on, he's got the Haro briefcase and he's laying down, and this is like it went underneath this little.
Oh, I see it
cabinet.
now. Now I know what it is.
And it went to the kitchen. It went from the front of the restaurant back to the kitchen.
And people would put their trays on it. So Ron climbed up on there, right? This one is probably my favorite because it catches the moment that Brian is doing. So if you can see that, we're doing sliders and Brian's just about to come between us and launch his big air.
Oh, that's right.
And the
And it
crowd,
says drugs in the background.
and it says drugs in the background. Yeah. Subliminal, but bold. And then this is just a great show. I have more of these I'm going to find. This was a show in France. It was a massive, like it was a couple thousand people, tiny little ramp. You see that ramp, you could see over the top of it when you rode to it. So these are some examples. And Brian, if you could come up with some too, I don't know how many you think you need, Mark.
I mean, like honestly, I probably would like, like as many as I can get, like 40 or
Really?
like 30. I mean, as many as I can get. So
Okay.
I'm just saying that. I'm
I
saying
got a
that.
whole photo
Well, you know
album
what?
of those.
You know what?
photos.
Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them all together. What this is gonna be is it's like a collage, and it's gonna kind of be graphically looking like that. the image of you guys standing on the ramp, it's gonna kind of match that. It's gonna be kind of like almost like Xeroxed, like a contrasty,
Got it.
like a Xerox vibe than actual photo. So
Brian, can you get that to Mark? You can even just take a picture if you have a decent phone to take a picture with it and just text it to Mark.
All right.
Maybe
any photos like that, and like honestly, it could be. I'll take anything like crowd or anything that is like show related, because what I will end up doing a lot of this is photoshopping, put pieces out and like basically recreating like a scene. You know what I mean? Like take a crowd here, take it, duplicate. Just it's going to be a lot of that.
When do you need it by, Mark? For a good timeline?
As soon as you can. It's like preferably because I got to make this. I got to make it this week. So
maybe by tomorrow night, like by tomorrow.
Yeah, it'd be ideally the sooner the better. I can get them anything. Because I got to also collect stuff that I have and find like
video
through that. Yeah.
So Brian, can you do that by tomorrow night? Easily?
I'm gonna try. We just moved and my all my photo albums are in a storage container, but I know almost where they're at.
Yeah. I mean, even if you can just take pictures of the actual photos, preferably make sure there's not harsh glare on them from if they're in plastic, but that usually comes out. They usually come out pretty good. And you can either email me them, I'll give you my email, or you can text them to me, to either one too, like whichever ones. I think actually, what's that?
I said I got a whole photo album, so I don't know if I could just give it to you at Woodward if that's too late.
I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be there. And and actually we're playing this at Woodward.
Yeah, so we need it before. That's why we're trying to get
All right. Well, I'll go and hunt today and tomorrow.
Yeah, it's just it's like, so that's the whole thing. Like I'll be like cranking this out until basically Friday. When are you planning on showing it? When are you doing it, Dave? Saturday night or Friday night?
Yeah, Saturday, but I'd like to have it ready Friday just to make sure.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go.
They're gonna set things up and test it and like just make sure. You'll send it to John Paul, I think is who will want to have it. So
what I think what we'll do, I'm not sure how they're gonna play it, but you could easily put it on a thumb drive. Or like that it could play on a TV or whatever, however it works for them. But an easy way would be if they have a TV and you could just put it on a thumb drive and plug it into the TV
but they're going to be doing other stuff, I think. So I'll ask John.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, either way, I'll have a link for it to download it, and it'll be the full res clip. It won't be that huge.
Right. So it would likely be a link for download then. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the video is going to be like, maybe I'm like off the top of my head, maybe like, I don't know, a little over a minute, maybe, if that.
Yeah.
It's going to be just enough to get the whole vibe and get the message out of what's going on. Because what this is doing is this is like preloading what you guys are going to present essentially to everybody.
Right. So going back to the presentation. So we're going to do a little intro. We're going to run this short clip, and then Ron and I will talk about a little bit more of the details and say, look, we're packing our bags. We're getting ready. Like Mark's point was like, we want to make sure that it's clear that we're doing this, Brian, not like it's just this, we're kicking this.
We had this crazy idea while we were drinking, we want to do this. No, it's got to feel like it's at this train is leaving,
Yeah,
it's on.
The train is. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, the way Woodward is going this year, there's a lot of people being inducted or coming up. It's gonna be Mike Buff, RL, the Duke, Gail Webb, and also the Lori Laughlin Award. So my guess would be we would probably go first.
Yeah. Okay.
And then they get into their whole night. So it might be the very first thing when everyone sits down.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And I think just then talking a little bit about like how this came to be, and we're really excited and how people can support, and obviously plugging the website and the GoFundMe. And then Mark's idea from that is they're gonna someone's gonna video that presentation, and then Mark's gonna use that footage to do the next promo, which will be us, talking about it.
Well, it's really, it really just has to be, just has to be filmed on a phone or something, just to be able to hear you guys explain what it is, and then that gets put into that video. So it's kind of like a very sort of organic video. It shows it, and then it's you guys. It's like it's kind of like it's the video was captured, not like purposely. Someone. It's like from someone else's. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's like an event, and someone captured it, and here it is, and like it's weird. It's not you guys selling it, so to speak. It's like another.
It's like a third party. Yeah, it's like a third party going, "Hey, look what I got, this little clip that I want to share."
Yeah,
I was hit this presentation. Yeah, okay, that's
like,
great.
It's kind of like, wait, did you hear what they're doing? Like, you know what I mean? It's not like you guys trying to sell it. Did you hear what they're doing? And that's what this video kind of is. You know what I mean? Weirdly, it's very psychological.
Yeah. Okay. So stickers, I'm getting James McGraw to do stickers. The GoFundMe, I know Wilkerson had some feedback on it, but one thing we're going to do is obviously the amount, and maybe we can do different things, like different levels that they can do. Like they can buy this package. If we come up with this package, they could buy the package plus the ticket if they want in advance.
Yeah,
that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, and like different.
Your audio, Mark, your audio cut out again. Maybe it's your batteries.
Think. Yeah, that's weird. It's cutting out.
Yeah, still is.
I used the camera.
You look good though.
Oh, thank you.
It's the V-neck.
It's the V-neck.
Yeah, Saturday. Camera at this one. I don't know.
Did you sell your house yet, Brian?
It's an escrow.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Because your mom keeps sending me messages, and I haven't
yeah, she's a busy woman.
I haven't got the latest, but she said she had a couple showings in the last week or something.
Maybe she could be a marketer. She reached out to a lot of people. She
does. I mean, I can't believe how I get more messages from her than you, but for sure.
Well, that's for sure. Yeah.
But that's not saying much. I mean,
I get more, but what's weird is I get more from you than her.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's weird.
That's because she says, "Will you message Brian? Will you message my son?" And I do it for him.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay. So the other thing that I was just going to touch on, which we've kind of already come to, is we're just going to mention the region or the country. So we're just going to say West Coast, Midwest, because we don't really know yet which city specifically, and then East Coast, and then we'll say Germany, UK, and Japan as far as the location. And then the dates, because I want to make sure everybody's on board with one a month. Does that still work good for you, Brian?
The European ones being back to back, we don't come home, and the rest are a month apart.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
That's what you said last time, but yeah, that's still good with me.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of rolled it out where so April is when we'd start. And I don't know, maybe I should ask Mark what he thinks about this. Or Ray, what do you think about this? Do you think we should put dates yet or not date?
Oh, no dates yet. No way.
But months?
You can't do, not with the promo or anything yet, because you don't have dates. You can't do dates until you have a exact place. You need a place and time before you do a date. You know what I mean?
You can say spring of 24 is when the anticipated start.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's like if a new album's coming out, like back in the day, like Ozzy's new album's coming out the summer of '88. You know.
Yeah, so spring of 2004. Yeah. Okay. Good. Because I'm thinking it'd go from April through September.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
maybe April through August if we do, yeah,
Shows in the heat.
shows. in
Oh,
the-
those humid East Coast summers.
No, just make sure that you understand. So I'm thinking April is New York, May is Indianapolis, June is UK.
Indianapolis. I didn't hear that city. We're going to Indy.
Well, Midwest, and I talked to Bill Nitschke, and it seems like they have a pretty good venue that would work out really well. That's
Okay.
right downtown. It's right by the sports center. They can host the show outside. It's got a good area, and then they can do the party inside in this
Huh.
pretty big venue. And so, yeah, that seems like, and it's pretty I mean, you can't get more Midwest than that. Like everything's within 5 hours.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Ray, will you
And
be
these
able-
these are all going to be indoor venues.
not necessarily, but we should have a
The
backup.
parties will be, I think,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, the venue, yeah, the parties will be. But the venue, like when I talked to this guy in Manchester, UK, he has a skate park, and he said that we could do the show outside, but there's also an indoor place. I think when we're in Europe, we should have a backup plan because it's likely that it could rain, especially the UK or Germany. I mean, it's often that
Mhm.
you'll get rain in the summer. Okay, is there anything else does anyone else have a list?
My list. I have my list with Brian's list.
Yes,
You
my
added-
list is short,
If
but
you-
I'm on it.
But you're on it, okay. Did
My
you
list
cover
is
everything?
looking at pictures today.
Yeah. Any type of show pictures, I'll take any of them. Like it just anything that's decent, I can build something with it. You know, I mean, if it's, but preferably if you guys, yeah, just so, because I can take a crowd, or I can take a ramp from it, or I can take, just think of it like that. Doesn't have to be the perfect picture.
You got to
In your
remember.
1
that
minute. Good.
Sorry, you got to remember that we are performing 24 hours a day, so not all those pictures are probably going to be appropriate.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, and do we want to go there? Because, Brian's got some,
I got some
mean,
great pictures of Dave.
Yeah, I'm only worried
When
about,
you do the
We have great pictures from the last event Dave was at. So yeah, that's great.
We'll have to save those for the like the Motley Crue movie Dirt. We'll have to do the Haro Dirt movie later on. We can use those.
yeah,
when you
I'm
you
just
do
worried about my
your
priesthood. I'm worried about my priesthood. That's my concern.
yeah.
Oh.
There he is. There's the priest.
There he is.
Do you know
Brian
Dave
Brian
became
doesn't know the
a
joke.
priest.
I don't know.
No. Dave's new nickname is the priest. Because when he's riding flatland, he doesn't touch like a regular dude. He does like a little tap, and they call it the sneaky touch. It's called a priest touch
Guys.
because they'll touch and nobody will see it.
Oh, that's
And
that's
so-
dirty.
Yeah, it's real dirty.
And we had Woody on, and Brian, and Woody was on, Brian, and Ray said that, and Woody's reaction was classic because he was like, "Oh, Ray, oh, Ray."
He couldn't get over it.
He couldn't get over it. And I didn't even hear it. I was like, wait, I have to listen back to it. Brian, I'm wondering if you have some pictures from even on your Instagram.
I do.
That's what I was gonna say, Mark. You could probably go
Yeah.
online. Like
Well,
there's that summer tour there's that summer tour Facebook thing that like Tom started. I don't know what's on there, but like Gary had some photos up, I think, like of a lot of Haro stuff,
Okay.
so you could probably steal some stuff from that. Are you gonna, in this 1 minute video, are you gonna have like music in the background?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Are you
not-
gonna pick like an 80s tune most likely?
Yeah, but it's not going to be a copyrighted tune. It'll be one that we can play. It'll be a
Part of a
copyright.
song or
No, it'll just be like It'll be from a library, but the libraries are really good. It'll be like a synth 80s song. So like I'm sure I'll be able to get something pretty decent that's not cheesy. It's just it does what we needed to do. You know what I mean?
I was just thinking something that sounded like Motley Crue.
That picture or whatever. I mean, I'll figure. I'm not exactly sure what style it's going to be. If it's kind of like a metal song, we'll see. But I mean, either way, I'll be able to kind of nail it to that. Yeah, that one show, that picture of Ron at that Philly show is pretty darn good. That like here, it's this one. That's from that web. This is from the Facebook page here. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
There it goes. Yeah, it went down. It went down the drain.
That's because that was Ron. Like that's probably what.
Yeah. As soon as you mentioned Ron, the
typical Ron.
It flipped over and fell back. Yeah. So wait, let me get to what. Let me do it.
You can't eat chicken before you do these. Your hands are greasy.
Yeah, that's what it was. Is all them nuggets.
Is that the one with me in the background?
Yeah, I think you're in there, right?
I'm in the background of that one.
I think that was a Philly show, or where was that?
That's a Philly show. Oh, yeah. That was Philly, yeah. Gary and Warren were all there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the one where Stan picked those guys up at the airport. Stan always had a story where he had to pick those guys up at the airport. Or somebody. Or
us, the writers? Because we would have had maybe because they went off to a contest and were flying
somebody
back.
Went somewhere and Stan went with somebody to pick one of you guys up.
Probably from somebody from the shop, I'm guessing. Probably would have definitely been that. It would have been that.
Yeah.
Okay. So are we good? Like, is there anything else that we need to cover now? Are we ready for Woodward? That's what I mean.
Well, so I'll get photos. I'll get the photos, get something whipped up. Dave, you and I will be in communication this week through this, and then when we have something really solid to share, then we'll share it. And
Wilkerson will have some input on it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Brian will too, but Brian will just be like, "Yeah, that looks good." But Wilkerson will have more attention on it. But I think, come up. But
I mean, we're not. It's not going to be that drastic of a thing to need. It's kind of just putting out, selling what you guys are about to do, and then you guys do the other, like the other half of the sell when you, after showing it, say this is what we're doing, whatever we're doing, we're announcing it this far out because we have to put in we have to get all, get funding for it and raising money and get, we'll make sure it's like, all dialed in, and then we're going to rehearse. You got to mention, like, we're going to rehearse, get all our,
which is funny because we never rehearsed.
I'm just saying, but
we did back then.
You guys probably did figure out a little bit of a routine, like some doubles and stuff, and like a bit of, you would have had to.
I guess mainly what the rehearsals were doing the shows too, like, because then we try things out, and then
the real riders, Dave, were doing rehearsal. You were just, doing gumbies and shit.
Yeah, I guess so.
Looking for
the ones that took it serious. The ones that took it
the guys that were risking their lives were rehearsing, and you were just taking smoke breaks and looking for chicks. Like, come on, who don't know that?
I wasn't looking for chicks. I found the chicks.
Whoa. Is there is Kevin Martin the only non-rider that's going to be involved in this, like, talking wise, or are you going to try and find other people that were, because you guys probably had Kevin, you had Spike, then you had a couple other dudes, and John Peterson, one of my all-time favorites.
Well, no, I think Kevin should be the announcer.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't know if you were going to try and invite anyone else that was involved back then,
So here's my thought on that. So Spike says he definitely wants to come out. He sent me a text earlier this week and he said, "I'm sorry I missed the last Zoom call, but I definitely want to be involved." And he said he'd sell t-shirts. And I said, well, we've already decided that the person that's selling t-shirts and posters has to wear a sandwich sign. So if you're okay with wearing
a sandwich sign.
He said, "I'm down." So I was picturing Spike's in the crowd. We do like this pre-show. We bring the sandwich sign out, and then we pick someone, and of course it's Spike, and then he
And-
puts a sandwich sign on.
And he's so low these days where he could be there the entire day and nobody would
Exactly.
know it's Spike.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what's so funny about it. Like if he just like chili bowls his hair a little bit and wears like a bandana and
Yeah.
just wears a pair of glasses or something,
He would
nobody would know,
Nobody would know.
it was him. And it would, dude, that'd be so funny.
So that's gonna happen, and we could do that with other people. Like, I don't know if we can find Nar, which is one of the announcers, and Sean Wilkerson was an announcer, John Peterson, maybe. I mean, I know I could reach out to him on Facebook, and then Nick, which is the Australian. I don't really have. Do you have a contact for Nick anymore, Brian?
I've talked, yeah. Well, Ron Haro would be the guy
Yeah.
to go through. But I talked to him not too long ago.
Because Ron, yeah, I did too when I was down.
Actually, a couple weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when we were down in San Diego for Bob's 40th or 50th, whatever it was.
Oh,
That
okay.
ride out we did. I was with
Yeah.
Ron and all the Haro brothers and their dad, and we called Nick.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
that's cool.
And their dad.
The dad was there too. Yeah,
Wow, cool.
all the brothers and the dad were all there at the venue at the end of the ride. It was pretty cool.
That's awesome. Okay, so just to just to go back, Brian, you're going to do the best to find some photos, and if you can, great. If not, I think we got it covered. But do your best. I
Yeah.
have a bunch, Mark. I will send that to you. I will talk with Joe since he couldn't make it. I think he's riding, trying to get. I will talk to Joe about the website landing page.
Yep.
And
The amount. Okay, so the other thing with the amount for the the amount of money or the
oh yeah,
amount.
yeah,
for it,
adjust that. Yeah, for Joe, we're going to talk about the website. With links
and make it like and don't make it 100, make it like 94
Yeah,
or 96.
I put 90. Yeah, I put 94 down.
Yeah, 90. And
And should we say phase one, or should we how do we think we should do that?
I think it should. Maybe it should say phase one to get it to like get it going, and then the thing is, so how many tickets does that have? How many tickets does get the 90,000? Was it 1,200?
200 per show, 1,200 tickets is what I figured.
1,200 tickets. Okay, 1,200 tickets. So that's so we probably need to think of a way to also like instigate that, to it might also be like a pre-sale that's a little cheaper, but
Yeah.
that's an idea, like 60 or something, and you say, but we have to identify what goes along, what's all included in that package.
It would be great to have those packages before Woodward. Oh, here comes Joe now. But I'm not sure if we're going to be able to pull that off. So even if we have the GoFundMe and then later as the package, we can then promote that through our Instagram. Say, hey, we just came up with this package. Buy this poster T-shirt package for $99 and get your ticket for $60 or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, something
Instead of 75. Hey, Joe.
Is that Joe's natural born killer look there?
Yes.
Yeah. And he's
He's ready.
chewing gum, so you better watch out.
Chewing gum, wearing black, oversized women's glasses. What a dick. No microphone on,
Skinny jeans.
skinny jeans.
Hey, I
His
just
pride.
I just shot
his
a
pride
clip.
Jeep.
I just shot a clip, and then I did a couple more things. I wasn't expecting this, and magic happened in the Terradome Sports Science Research Center
not-
today.
We're not interested in that really, but thanks.
Mark,
I didn't think-
Mark's going to come out and shoot the video for the yoga retreat that's coming up. So you got
And
to
juice bar.
and the juice bar. So you got to try.
I don't know about that, but yeah, just sign me up.
Okay, so Joe, real quick, because we pretty much covered everything, but what we need some guidance and support and help with is, well, thank you for the
Sure.
GoFundMe. Thank you for doing that, because that's important. And Mark brought to our attention, and I agree that the 500,000 was like a huge sticker shock, just too ridiculous. So we'd like to adjust it to 94,000 and do like phase one. And if we only raise 94,000, we could still pull it off. Because if you don't raise what you put on there, then the money goes back, right?
I don't know how it works. 94,000 it is.
Yeah. Okay. The second thing is we're going to come up with some packages that would be what we're thinking to do, like fundraisers, is what Mike Buff did a couple years ago, where he sold like a box.
Shit on Diz's chest.
No,
Yeah.
I'm willing to do that.
Is that?
Ray,
That's not what you're talking about, are you?
Ray, can you get Joe to? I can't seem to.
Sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
No, we're not fooling around. This isn't a joke. You can't just get in here and
Yeah.
start
Can
being
you,
I
silly.
forgot.
That's my
Sorry.
job, and I'm being very
Yeah,
serious.
you're taking Ray's job.
Yeah.
Owen.
yeah.
You're
Can you
taking
just,
Yeah.
Ray?
All
Can
right.
you just?
I'm also very focused on Brian's crotch right now, so
So,
I'm just kind of
so
Mike Buff.
Ray is basically the only person that has any game in this right now. He's the only one that's donated. He was the first on this call.
Yep.
He's obviously 100%.
I own this. I
Committed.
own this tour so far. I am the one in
most-
charge. I've got the most
committed in
involved. I'm the most involved in this so far. So you guys got to step it up.
The
See,
most
Blyder's
invested.
up on. He's up on, out of his chair now, ready to go.
Okay.
He's clapping. He's
All right. I'm complying. I'm
Okay.
compliant.
All right, here we go. Thank
No
you.
silliness, Joe.
So the fundraiser packages, we'd like to add those options with the GoFundMe. So it's not just like donate now, like, and I don't know this well enough, but maybe you and I can work on this together to where there'd be a package that they would buy, and it's just going to help raise some money, which would be like
What's
a
in the
poster,
package?
yeah, t-shirt, poster, and then stickers. They won't be signed because they bring it to the event to sign it. And other people could obviously find us other ways, but I don't think they should be signed, but I'm
Okay.
open
So
to it.
that's the content. That's the content of the package. Understood. What is the
Yeah, and-
package? What is the dollar amount for the package?
We don't know yet. We're going to talk to Mike Buff, but can we just put it at,
$43.
no, that's too cheap. By the time
Yeah.
you do a t-shirt, sticker, and
94. Okay. Everything's 94. Everything's 94.
94 is great. Or no,
90
75 we came up with.
yeah, so 94 for the ticket too then? Well, now I'm thinking it was 84, guys. What if we
Yeah.
did 84?
84 makes sense. It
Change to
does.
84.
Okay, 84, everyone makes sense with that? I mean, agrees with that?
Yeah.
Agreed.
So, and then we'll do something special with the package because we're trying to get ticket sales early. Mark brought up a very valid point that we're promoting this thing that's so far in advance that it's kind of like we have to almost do a slow rollout in a sense,
Right.
consistent and like clear that we're doing this. It's not like this, oh, it's just this idea that
Yeah,
we're
we
kicking
can we,
around.
we can promote it in tiers. We can start with the rich fuckers first, and then work our way down over time.
Yeah. So
But the packages change over time, or do we just need one set of packages?
I think just one set of package, but we could then give incentives if they buy early, then they could get, a percentage off their ticket or something, or a percentage off their package.
No discounts. The price only goes up.
Okay, we thought that maybe to get the sales
You
early.
always do. You always think discount. And we've had a conversation about this on the show.
Joe sounds like he's yelling at you a little.
I know,
bit. I don't
gosh,
like
and I-
this.
and I was
Joe.
just
I like the
reiterating from-
happier
Look, what
Joe.
is it? Is it?
Yeah.
How about I play a mid ground, a middle ground? How
We
about
want
I-
a medium. I want a medium Joe.
Yeah, come
with
on, just come
Serious
back.
ideas with a little undertone of silliness, but I don't
Yeah.
like you yelling at Dave.
It's
like
because
this.
he's driving.
Okay, got it. I'm coachable. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, for now, let's just say the packages are the same. Okay, and no discount. But
Yep.
we have to get creative, I think, as it goes along.
Yep.
And then the other big one that we are hoping to have some support and help with is doing a website, backformorein24.com, and just have a landing page, like Mark was saying, just a very simple landing page. It has the link to Facebook and Instagram and GoFundMe, and then maybe a link to that.
And the image and the graphic about it, and it's like it's the main page you go to with, and then it's a landing page. That's it, and it has the promo video on it, like has the embedded YouTube clip in it.
Okay, we'll do. I have a MySpace account. I can add you guys to it. But I'll do that thing. And I took Thursday and Friday off, and so I'll be able to do some last minute prep before the
Yeah.
event.
And Joe,
Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, that was
Spectacular.
when I was going to go, and then my plans got disrupted. So I'm keeping my vacation.
but you're not going to Woodward, right?
But
You're
I'm not going
to
Woodward.
You
I'm not
told
gonna-
everybody you were going.
I
All
know.
of
I'm not gonna sneaky show like I did in Montreal. Exactly. 6 years ago.
I think Joe's really going to go now. Now, he's probably going to meet you guys there with Spike.
Okay, Ray, I don't have anything that I delegated to you. I'm sorry. Today.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. Oh wait, Brian's at Wrigley Field now. How'd you get to Wrigley
Yeah.
Field that quick?
I had to follow the sun,
Look at that.
follow the shade. I mean, not the sun.
Oh, it's-
Okay.
Yeah, that's my new place.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't need any jobs.
Where is it? Where is your new place, Brian?
Upland. I'm in Upland now.
Upland, nice.
Yeah, it's
There used to be
temporary.
there used to be a really good skate park there.
place.
Brian,
Yeah, it's,
do you only live in skate park towns?
Yes.
Yes. I tried to.
That's great.
Del Rey. He'll go to Del Rey, and then he'll go somewhere else.
Del Mar.
Del Mar.
Del Mar. I mean,
Del Rey.
did you ever
Del
ride
Rey.
Del?
You put a Ray
Del Mar
behind
was
something,
only
it makes it better.
Del Mar was only there like a 3 years, wasn't it? It wasn't there long.
That's Ray trying to claim Del Mar. Del Rey. It was like
I
Del
think it was
Rey.
there. I think it was there for a lot longer, but by the time we got there, there's only had about 3 years left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a good roller boogie movie that's filmed there.
Oh wow.
I'm not even kidding. It's really good. There's no bikes in it though.
How
Not
many
fun.
people have watched the roller? I've never watched that. Joe.
Roller boogie.
Yeah, the girl that played Reagan in The Exorcist, her and some other stiff are like roller boogie people. It's better than Rad. I'll tell you that. It's way
Oh my
better than
God.
Rad.
Huh.
No offense, Brian.
That's great.
No problem.
So Joe, I'm gonna send you, since you're driving and you're obviously not taking notes, I'm gonna send you a
No.
follow-up text with specific marching orders.
He's nervously chewing gum, which is freaking me out.
And
I always think Joe's got a body in the back or something's up with Joe. Like we'll find out something weird. Brian can probably sniff him out and say what's wrong. Like if you give Brian about 5 minutes, you'll be able to look at him and go, "Here's the 3 things that could probably be going on with Joe."
No
Yeah.
way.
He's
I
already
will always
testing it.
pass the psychological test.
No, you won't. It's out now. I can tell there's something wrong right now, and I'm not even a cop or a doctor.
No, it's all an act. I'm an actor.
I have a question.
You got the job diligence look.
Should we
Bad,
put on
that's
the?
a bad look.
I have a question about the GoFundMe. Should we put that at 6 stops, or should we not put how many stops? Because we're pretty clear that's what we're doing.
Okay. Do you want to have the countries in there?
Yeah, you know what? List all the crap. That way, the more stuff you list, that brings that 94,000 to a
Yeah,
better idea.
Exactly. That's kind of why I was
God
thinking.
damn,
Ray.
am I smart?
You
That's
also
kind of
got to. People aren't going to buy a ticket then unless they know where it's at, or at
Mm.
least
There you
the
go.
area
See
where
that?
it's at.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
You
can
put
do
out there. You put out there. There's 6 spots, and tell them it's going to be in cover the entire world. They're more likely to buy a ticket and just make their way there.
Right. So we'll do Midwest. We'll do East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, and then UK, Germany, and Japan.
Brett
Okay.
Downs wants to open up the East Coast show. He said he wants to. Him and James McGraw are gonna open the. They're gonna open the show. Brett will announce and James will ride.
I'm okay with that.
That would
To
be
make
great.
our 12-minute show longer. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, and those stiffs will do it for free, so don't worry.
All right.
Wait, did you say the show is 12? How long? 12 minutes?
I'm just
Is
kidding.
it?
Dave
Oh,
could go 12 minutes by himself.
I'll do
I was
12
like,
minutes.
wow.
Yeah,
I was like, wow, that's like not that long. of a
Dave
show.
will do that. Dave will do the Woody Itzen 10-minute Venice run.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna message Joe. I'll send Brian a reminder Sunday tomorrow to get the pictures for the promo. Mark, you're clear what you've got because you're just gonna
Yeah.
focus on the video. about a minute or less.
Or
Wow.
it's roughly a minute-ish. It could be probably gonna be more than, but yeah.
Okay, and then the package, and then the stickers, and then Brian, do you think we should rehearse our when we get to the old school? Should we rehearse what we're gonna say, or should we just wing it?
No.
Mark's gonna
Wing
say
it.
We went,
No,
no,
I
Ray's-
well, I think you guys do need to. I think that's probably something that you three work out, like the night, like some point in the day on Saturday or whatever,
Yeah.
and say, okay, this is what we're like. Like literally try to think of it like a keynote. Think of that you're doing like a presentation. You know what I mean? This and then, but casually. But you're just but as long as all three of you know the deal, know what it exactly is putting out there, then you can
I would
dial
wait
that
for
in.
Blyther to finish his 9th drink and then just hand him the mic.
there you go.
That'd be-
I'll do it up.
That'd be the
As
easiest
long as
way
we
to do
all
it.
three have our whatever topics we're gonna cover, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be short.
we could have
Yeah.
Wilkerson do like one more, and then do one more, and do like always he would end the show with just one more, like 10,
Yeah.
10 last tricks.
Mhm.
Okay, guys, I don't think that there's anything else that I
Okay.
am concerned about. Like, I think as long as I get Joe. So Joe, is that realistic for you? Because you have Thursday and Friday off. So by Friday, could you have a landing page, the GoFundMe updated, and Instagram and Facebook pages?
Oh, Instagram. Yeah, put all that on my list.
Okay.
And we can talk about that. Us three can have a call on that on Thursday too, or something like that.
Yeah.
Go
Okay.
over
I
it.
mean, making the accounts should be easy. I mean, I make.
Yeah.
My God, I make Instagram accounts. While
I mean, that's
driving.
what he does. He makes more Instagram
Yeah.
accounts than
I don't know why I asked that question. I just want to make sure I got a yes out. I just want to
He,
make sure I got a
he
yes out.
made 2 just while he got in the car.
I know. Because if you were going to say no to that, I was going to have Ray do it. Because Ray
Yeah.
has nothing on his list, but
I don't have anything on my list. I at the final show that happens, I want to be there with no list still. I want no list. I want to
You
go to
want-
at least one of the,
That's
I
so
want to go
funny.
to at least one of these shows and make it look like I'm a big part of it somehow. You know what I
We'll
mean?
give you a clipboard that has
Yeah.
like blank paper.
Right. I'll take
and,
notes. I'll
and,
ask.
and an
I'll-
earpiece. You'll have walkie-talkie
earpiece.
with an ear.
Yeah.
You have a walkie.
And just like the old days, I'll just push a bike around. I'll get like a brand new bike and I'll push it around like I'm doing something.
Yeah, you'll need it.
Well,
Yeah.
you can wear a sandwich board and sell t-shirts and posters if you want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't like working. I don't like doing jobs. I don't do well I don't do well at BMX events when I have to work. I did it once and I got fired while doing it. So
Oh, that was
I'm
so
not
funny.
good at events. Yeah. Dave doesn't know that story. I got hired to announce a Vans Triple Crown, and in mid contest I got fired because TJ Lavin said, who would have thought
No,
who would have
if you
thought the only way to who would have thought the only way to shut Ray up would be put a microphone in his hand? And they fired me. And I had to pay Ken and Harkin to finish the contest. I don't do good. I don't do good working. I was not put on the earth to make money with BMX freestyle. It's not my deal.
Ray, I would love for you and me to do
Karaoke.
like to announce a contest, like on a
Yeah.
private channel, announce the contest. It
Well,
would be so great.
You
I
two,
could, now that I
you
could
two
do.
do good together, because together, like when you were at North Carolina,
Yeah.
you were just, the sidebar. I mean, that's what you guys
Yeah.
need to be. It's just the sidebar.
They've done this already though before. It's called Beavis and Butthead.
Statler and Walt.
It's already been done.
Well, then people are used to it. It won't. They'll have the sense that it's familiar, so they'll know how to interact with it, and they won't
Yeah.
think that it's completely off the wall. That's why I copy so much of my shit.
Did you see where Justin was picking his kids up at school, but he was flipping everybody off with his Tourette's?
Unbelievable.
so And so I said, everyone's like talking how, oh, gee, this, that, and this. And I said, dude, I'm going to send you a pair of mittens. And that I solved the problem. I can solve the problem.
Hey, so
oven mitts.
Oven mitts, yeah.
Tourette's oven mitts. So Justin DM'd the Factor Freestyle Instagram, and I believe he was convinced he was talking to Dave, and he goes, "Hey, I heard a rumor. People are saying that Joe's flat Bible. That's so funny." So I respond back, and I was like, "Yeah, well, Joe tells everyone he's flat Bible because Flat Bible won't deny it, and so he just picks up and takes credit for his jokes. Joe considers this to be a once in a lifetime opportunity." So I talk about myself in the third person.
Yes.
And he thinks he's talking to me or someone else. Yeah.
But I made him laugh. He's got a hard life.
I picture Joe staying up late at night, just giggling at this stuff,
Oh, dude.
like not being able to go to bed.
I talked to Chris. I was talking to Chris Young the other day, and like for 30 minutes, I was telling him all my little bits and the shit that I do on Instagram, and we were just both laughing. I was laughing thinking about it. It's a good life.
It's a good life.
Hey, I'm still writing notes, guys. Just to clarify something.
We don't care about
The
no
package.
Yeah.
The package that's $94. Is it poster, T-shirt, and stickers? Is that?
Or
enough?
wait, what about the 84?
I'm
'Cause
sorry.
84
Thank you.
kinda-
See? Yeah, that's why I need to check in. Okay. I
84
wrote
to
90
24.
I'm making a new list now, so I have two lists because I gotta keep track. Okay, 84. So is $84? Ray, would you pay $84 for a poster, a T-shirt, and stickers? It seems like there should be a hat too, or something.
And a show, and a ticket to see the show, and part and
Well,
a party.
no, I'm thinking
right?
about just the
Or you-
package separate, and then
okay. Well, then that's a little high for that.
Yeah.
Like
So-
for just those three.
Can you
But
can you
I
give
feel
somebody a
like you-
swatch?
I feel like you should
Can you-
find out from Mike Buff, like
Yeah.
what the cost, what the breakdown was, and that'll give you a better idea of what the value,
Maybe-
what kind of value.
maybe a hat, maybe a Brian Blyther hat with the rim, rolled up.
There you go.
Mhm.
Life's
Well,
deep.
what's the easiest thing to make and the most inexpensive? Like a hat.
They're all
Um,
easy. I mean,
know,
T-shirts, posters, and stickers. I think those are all pretty easy to pull off.
There's like
Yeah.
300,000 books that these guys made that are laying around somewhere. Throw a book in there. Throw a Dom Phelps book or a Haro book or a Bill Batchelor book or something.
Well, I mean, does the I don't know if there's a lot of books left. I don't know if there is a lot
Yeah,
of
there might
books
be a
left over.
supply problem with that, and
Yeah, I hear you.
Hey, maybe
What
you
if you-
guys can make a. Maybe you guys can
yeah,
very quickly make a.
A
Make
softbound book.
No, a zine. A zine.
A zine.
A Bachelor
And
zine.
so, you
A
guys.
color zine.
I could talk to Bill Batchelor about that.
I mean,
that would work.
and just make it like clandestine, like scraps of stuff that you guys found from, take a weekend and go through stuff.
Yeah,
And just take pictures of that stuff and tell little stories about it, and just like make voice recordings of the stories because we can get those transcribed. And then we'll put together like a zine, and then that will be the zine for like the first year or whatever, the first like time block. And then you can have a second package for a different time block, which will be a different zine.
and maybe a
and-
different shirt, and maybe
they-
a different
Yes,
graphic.
and
Yeah,
they
okay.
can be collectible. And so if you want to buy into, phase 2, because you talked about doing them as phases, so you could talk,
Right.
buying it as phase 2, and then that way you get a following, and the first ones go out, and they're like so fucking dope, and then like, oh shit, I wasn't in. Let me get on the next one, and then do that stuff.
Okay, that sounds great. So I made note of that, phase 1, and then I put package 1. So basically, we'll have the different package, and we'll do 43 different packages, right?
84.
84.
Different
yeah.
packages.
I didn't overpitch this thing, but I was.
Do we think that the website should be, so I know Wilkerson's going to chime in on this because he sent a message about the name. He's caught up on this. He's worried about Haro, I don't know what he's worried
Yeah.
about. Benefiting.
Hold on
from
a sec. Hold on a second there, Dave. Or I just got to mute a second. Just
Okay.
continue.
All right. So Wilkerson,
Okay, so you three guys will have to settle that. I have nothing to say about it and no help there, because that's an Illuminati thing with you guys.
geez, man, Ron wrote a whole book.
Oh, publish that. Publish all of Ron's texts.
That would be, I would see, that's something I would be into, all of Wilkerson's texts, because
Oh,
I've seen his texts and they're very odd. It's like a drunk 9-year-old sent them.
Yeah,
Well,
they're all you have to decipher what they mean.
Yeah, they're really weird.
Oh, you guys, I'm a little bit overwhelmed right now because I thought I had everything covered, and now this is a lot of data.
Well, you don't have to cover it for Ron. Ron's gonna have to do it himself.
But
I just realized that Blyther's got his Joe Kidd shirt on.
Hey, I gotta run.
Where you gotta go? Wait. Let's find out where. I always like to. I like
wait,
to
last
spend
question,
11
Joe,
minutes on
before
where
you-
Joe has to go.
I have firewood in the back. We're gonna.
Oh, I thought the
have
guy
a
comes to your house.
No, we have this chimney, and I've been getting the flames to shoot out the top of it, and so I'm gonna do that again today.
Okay.
hey, Joe, one last
You
question.
do realize it's 90 degrees out.
The question I have is the Facebook page and the Instagram page. Is it going to be the title of the tour, which is Back for More in 24?
It will be anything that you tell me it will
Well,
be.
I'm asking you because
You don't want the Haro. I understand that.
no, I don't know if I don't want Haro. Brian, how do you feel about that? Because I feel like
I want
Haro has.
the Haro.
Say
That's
it
what
again.
it is. It's the Haro show. It's the 40 years later.
Yeah,
Same
because
three dudes. It's Haro.
it has equity and we can benefit from it.
Equity,
Yeah,
similarity.
it has
Joe's
value.
glasses got bigger.
It has intrinsic value. So I'm feeling like it's. We did not do another. Ron says we should have come up with our own name for the three of us, but we didn't, and we can't go back in time. So we use Haro in a good way because it's going to help brand it. Am I missing
People that
something?
own Haro aren't going to make you pay for the name, right?
No.
No.
Yeah, then you got to
Well-
use Haro. I mean, that's what I remember it as, the Haro tour. So it's not like, you know, if you talk about it, you're like, oh, the 86 Haro tour, the 87 Haro tour. You can't say the 80, the 86 Blyther, Wilkerson, and Nori tour.
He's saying that we should do shirts that say RBD. Who's going to know what that is?
What is
Nobody.
Oh yeah, RBD. Sure. You guys can do.
Okay.
Why
I
is
want to
our
move. I want to move forward, and then we can work with Wilkerson. But I know Wilkerson's going to shoot some of this stuff down, and whatever. I guess. The question is
You
about the
have to
Facebook
find the
page.
rich fuckers.
Okay.
You
The
should
fact-
have all those things, and then let the rich fuckers buy the one that they want, or they have to buy all three to get the whole thing. Like the fact that you have more ideas than just this one central one, I think makes it really cool.
Maybe we can be Brad, Brian, Ron, and Dave. The Brad tour.
Brian, Ron, Ed. Yeah, the Brad
The
24.
Brad 2024 tour. I'm just kidding.
No, but
I think that's
I'm writing it down.
Hey, it's B Rad. The B Rad tour.
B-Rad.
Yeah, it's B-Rad.
Oh my God. B-Rad 2 hip. It's all the same thing.
Good.
Genius. And Mark's missing all this
Thank you.
because he's ordering Grubhub right now.
All of these sub brands. Hey, I really do have to go.
Okay.
You don't have to
Gosh,
go anywhere.
darn it. I'm so.
Joe, I'm going to call you Thursday and Friday and talk to you all day since you're off. I'm going to call you at 6 a.m. and just talk to you all day.
Let's do it
I'm
on
gonna
Zoom.
call.
This would be
Okay, bye.
fun.
Bye, Joe.
Okay,
Thank
bye
you.
guys.
See you, Joe. Nitwit.
B-Rad tour. Okay. I have to read this because this is important stuff because, okay. So Ron said, oh, I wish we would have planned for the time because I got some things to say. Please voice my input. Number one, this is our tour, like a business, and we ought to come. I can't read his text. It's like,
Yeah,
and
like I said,
what a business comes branding. With a business comes branding. And after all these years, keeping it real, I'm pretty adamant about not wanting to build this as Haro tour. This is a Ron, Brian, Dave tour, or Dave, Brian, Ron tour. It's a fine time to rebrand ourselves and get behind whatever we really believe in, us. Brian is 2 syllables, so best in the middle, and I think B or RBD flows the best. I can't believe Brian.
he has a bone to pick with Haro. He wants to make this your deal, not Haro's. He doesn't want Haro to benefit off of something that you guys are doing because Haro's not backing it.
Logistically, but I'm
Just tell us the Haro B-Rad tour.
okay, so but I'm not adamant about the order. Ha ha ha. But maybe DBR. Okay, he's just going on. He's just rambling at this point. Or using our whole names. Ron is the shortest, fastest word. So I'm thinking it's super cool to have a shirt with RBD. Oh man.
Don't think too much into that.
What? It's gonna be. Mark, are you back with us?
Yeah, I'm back on.
I have to go.
Ron quit. Ron quit.
Oh well, you know what? Yeah,
No,
the show must go on.
No, he didn't quit.
We'll put Mike D in there instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy cow. That'd be something.
I really don't believe in Haro anymore and have zero desire to give them free promo.
See, I was right.
About
I
us.
was right. I was right.
Yeah, but in order to make this happen, you have to use Haro. I don't think you're going to sell tickets without the name Haro. I don't think you're going to sell the idea without it being a Haro show.
I think it's just I think it's a separate thing. I think you just don't use it in the name of the name of the tour, in the name of the, it's obviously there in the background.
Yeah.
And it's there, but you just don't call it the Haro. You call it,
right.
You could call it the Haro team, the 84 Haro team. And then that's about it,
Yeah. So he's saying though, call it like he wants to do ronbriandave.com or davebrianron.com as the.
What's wrong with Back for More in 2024?
Yeah, I don't know. So, and that's his first point. So his first point is that he's adamant that he doesn't want Haro to be involved, and he's got issues with that.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks because I feel the same as you, Mark. I feel like it's not that we're billing it as Haro. Like Back for More in 24 is nothing. Haro's not in the name at all, but it's also people talk about. Oh, yeah, that was a Haro team. That was, that's what we're banking off of, and I think it can help with tickets. Number 2, our presentation would include a big push telling us about the riders who we will be the one making this happen. Oh, yeah, okay. That's all fine. Basically, he's just saying that it's about us that's taking it on, not about any,
Yeah.
And that's why he wants to say, that it's the wrong.
Well, that's going to be in your presentation. That's you guys putting it together. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's you explaining that we're trying to get this rolling and we're trying to get this fundraising going, et cetera.
Yeah. Okay. So, dang it.
I personally think
what's the other thing? What's the other problem, Dave?
Well, so the main one is the Haro one, and then he just talked about obviously talking in our presentation, which makes sense. And then he's just talking about money that he wants to make sure that we make, 3,000 to 5,000 per stop.
Each
person?
Each of you.
Yeah.
Each of you. So yeah, I mean that's
Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Probably including Martin, I would think.
That's a Fiola Martin thing right there.
Yeah.
It is.
You guys are going to have to hire the guy from Rad to be there to sign autographs. That much money.
So I mean, like, so realistically, so I mean, you kind of almost got to back, what well, not back time it, but back budget. So you're already right there. You're if well, figure out what Kevin wants for announcing, because I'm sure he doesn't want $3,000 to
Yeah,
announce it.
he said he'll do it for free, but I think we should pay him something.
I mean,
feel
a grand would be a realistic, would be a good good amount. I think that would give you guys 10. That would put you guys at $10,000 a show. You know what I mean? Three.
$60,000 draft for bat.
But that's right there. Yeah, you're right there at 60 G right there. So like there's that. And then you know, you got, what are the other out of pockets that are going to be needed?
Flights. I mean, I did a quick little rundown. Flights, hotels, the venue, the party, building ramps. You know, that's when we got on the phone with Sean. I mean, with Stefan, and he said, "Oh yeah, no, we had 150,000 as budget," and Stefan said, "No, you need to do that 10 times." I had flights 5K. I had ramp a couple thousand, 3,000 for hotels. Food.
How much for wine coolers?
And yeah, that's under food, $2,000. Okay, and then he also goes on to say, and also Rhino wanted to do a horror tour with this, which is different than us. And I'll call Rhino before next weekend and tell him, sorry, we already had plans to do a Ron, Brian, Dave horror tour. Oh, now he says Ron, Brian, Dave horror tour.
When it's to fuck someone, he'll use the name Haro, but
yeah, I don't.
Crazy. I still think it's gonna be a benefit to use Haro. I think Haro will do something. They'll promote it. They'll do something. They'll.
It would make sense. It would make sense that for them to
social media. They'll do everything they can to promote it. I don't think I think it's a benefit.
And it's not. And so what if they sell more bikes because of it? Like, who cares?
Who cares?
I don't care. And
I don't really. So in all honesty, like I don't know if they would sell. No, you know what? If they would they could definitely use it to sell whatever. If they had lineage bikes that weren't that didn't sell, they would sell those.
But they're always doing really good with that. It's not like they need help with that, but it's not. It's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt. So I think we have to present it to Ron with the understanding, like, this is not a Haro endeavor. This is us doing this, as long as we're heavy on that. But it's like what you're saying, Mark. There's a little bit of a almost subliminal connection with the Haro, because that's what everyone knows. Like, oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you almost can't ignore it. It's not. It's like you can't. It's just there. You don't have to. You don't have to be. You don't have to promote it as a Haro show. But at the same time, Haro can also get behind it without you even promoting it as a Haro. You know what I mean? Like, because it's built in.
You can come up with a good example like this. I'm sure there's something in some industry or some where they try to take, like, they try to take the brand out of a group. You can't really do that.
You can't. I mean, look at all the 80s music acts that are back on tour now. You know what I mean? Like, if you see all these these glam metal groups, going out on tour, like Poison couldn't go on tour and not use their name Poison. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though the lineup's not there, even though the lineup, the original.
And it's not even probably the original lineup, but you're still like, oh, we're going to go see Poison. So, you're going to have to use the Haro name somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I'm going to need some help with that because Ron's going to call me tonight, and I'm not going to answer because I'm at a party, and then I'm gonna need some help because I know how.
Mark, I'm going to a huge party tonight. In case you're wondering, in King of Prussia.
Well, I have to leave. I have to get off. I have to jump off the call. So, but yeah, you get me some photos as soon as you can. Everybody. Ray, if you know of any photos,
I can look for some tonight and tomorrow. I can get some,
even online, like just dig.
That's
around,
what I mean. I'm gonna just dig around. and I'll find stuff. I know, and Gary has maybe some good ones too. Gary got all that stuff from Steve Austin that time. Remember when we were at Woodward? Our
Yeah.
buddy Steve Austin took a lot of Bill Bachelor type photos back in the day.
6
Oh, he
million.
had like a lot of prints. He had a lot of prints.
Yeah, a lot of stuff, and he
Okay.
gave it all to Gary. He gave him like a shoebox full
Gotcha.
of prints.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. And
All right.
we'll keep moving forward, and we got a pretty good marching order. I just have to figure out with
Yeah.
Haro.
All right,
Okay.
see you guys later.
Yeah.
Peace.
Thanks,
Later.
guys. See ya.